I'm Derek McLuckie and I don't like using microphones, so try and listen to me. I'm travelling on the train to Saltcoats. Chickada-boom, chickada-boom, chickada-boom. Bit nervous as usual. Chickada-boom. Keep fiddling with my bangle. Chickada-boom. Then, chickada-boom, this old woman sits down opposite. Chickada catch her sneering at my nail varnish. Emeralds chickada glitter for Sally Broom bowls. Divine chickada giggling starling boom. Chickada-boom, chickada-boom. Then fuck. I drop my bangle. The old woman shrieks, "You've lost it, my darling!" Turns into a magpie, swoops on my bangle, flies out the window. Hear a machine gun cackle, rattle, high on a blue flashing wire. Chickada-boom, chickada-boom, chickada-boom. Then we get to Paisley. See a woman at a windy holding up this wee baby that used to be me. Bye bye baby. Chickada-boom, chickada-boom, chickada-boom. And then we get to just outside of Johnston. But chickada, ha-ha, bad boys have picked 10 big park benches right across the track. Chickada, check that. Magpie cackles, machine gun rattles, crash. My head gets gashed. I see my soul soar right out of my chickada, boom, boom body. Feels like I'm dancing to too fast music, man. And then I'm standing next to this big pile of magpie cackles, machine gun rattles, blood-caked bodies. One of them used to be me. Bye bye baby. But then the big pile of bodies turns into this big pile of all Jews raffle tickets. And I know that if I can just find lucky number 13, I'll get back on chickada track. So I delve into the big pile of tickets. I grope, grab like that time you touched me just before your dad came in. And I find lucky number 13. A blaze of light like a saintly halo. And up pops Steve McQueen. He says, "Hello." He's wearing an ambulanceman's outfit. Fits him perfect. He says, "You know, I've seen you in a couple of bars, but I've been too shy to come over." He takes his top off. God. He's wearing a lock, hanging from a big thick chickada boom boom chain. He says, "You know, I think you're the one can unlock the love in my heart." I turn chickada boom. The tickets have turned into this big pile of gleaming silver keys. I reach in, pull out this beautiful silver key, push it into the lock in his chest. It fits fucking perfect, it won't chickada fucking turn. Steve says, "Bye bye baby." And then I'm on my knees in this immense fireplace sweeping up cinders. Chickada boom, chickada boom, chickada boom. The old woman sits down opposite. She's got 2 vindictive daughters. They're all dressed in magnificent piebald finery. They say, "You get the fucking cinders swept. See your fucking ma? She cleaned her fucking toilet in Paisley." I pick up this big lump of coal, rub it 3 times. It glows chickada crystal, a white holy rose. And then I'm married, singing for the prince. And tonight, he's all mine. A chickady boom, padam-patam, pam. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you'll excuse me, I have to change. Isn't that pretty? Okay. That's so much better. Just let me look at myself in the mirror. Oh, I'm so pretty. Yes, that's true. You want to know the truth about what happened to Marilyn? About what really happened in the bedroom of her pseudo-Mexican bungalow all those years ago? I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything. 4th of August, 1962. The wee small hours of the morning, as Frankie Sinatra, Marilyn's pal, would say. I'm asleep in bed. The telephone rings. Then stops for exactly 5 seconds, then rings again. My God, it's the White House. I get up and answer. It's Jack. Yes, Jack. He says in a dark, intense whisper, "You have to go over to Marilyn's place. Bobby's already there. She's going to talk. You know what to do." And hung up. I didn't even have time to ask how Jackie was. I got up, got into my car, and drove along Ocean Boulevard to Marilyn's place thinking all the time, at last, at last. Bobby was there waiting in the driveway. He held me close. He said, this is it, kid. You know what to do. I said, leave it to me, baby. Pressed myself against him, playfully poked his perineum, then headed for the door of the bungalow. I opened the door slowly, slowly, and was immediately attacked by Math, the toy poodle Frankie Sinatra had given to Marilyn only months before. He dug his teeth deep in my ankle. You see that? I still have the scar. I kicked that crazy mutt clean across the hallway and left him lying there whining in pain, then made my way along the bedroom to Marilyn's bedroom. I opened the door slowly, slowly. There was no sound, nothing. I said, Marilyn, oh Marilyn, nothing. I figured she was deep in a second-hour slumber, so I said, Marilyn, Marilyn! She sat up in bed looking all kind of woozy and cute. She said, what are you doing here? I said, I've come to shut your bitch mouth up for good, Marilyn. In a few swift strides, I was by her bedside. She didn't have time to scream or poop-poopy-doo even. I grabbed a fistful of famous fake blonde hair and yacked her head back hard. I reached in my bottle for a king-size bottle of Nembutal I carried with me for just such an expediency, and I forced every goddamn pill down her goddamn throat. I said, you'll never shake your sequin ass for the president again, baby. Say goodbye, Marilyn. Say goodbye to the president. I did it for me. I did it for Jack. I did it for Bobby. I did it for Jackie. I did it for America. I left her lying there, choking, gurgling, dying. And headed back along the hallway to beautiful Bobby, noting with grim satisfaction that Math was dying too. I thought of the terrific threesomes Bobby, Jack, and I would have in that red velvet chamber in the basement of the White House while Jackie was working with the poor in the ghettos. I threw myself into Bobby's arms. I said, it's over, baby, it's over. He said, he said he loved me. But things were moving so damn fast. There would be a cover-up. A chopper was on its way. I had to leave the country. My God, my country. But I wasn't to worry, because they'd handpicked Angelo, a darkly handsome FBI officer of Sicilian extraction, to keep me company. I could come back soon. Soon. Ha! The rest is history. Jack got shot. Bobby got shot. Jackie got screwed. And I spent years in a mosquito-infested dive along the Mexican coast. Angelo not only had a tiny penis, he was a fucking faggot. Spent every available hour letting the local soldiers screw him on the cruising beach. Ah, life! What a bitter, bitter pill you are. What a bitter, bitter pill. Thank you. One mad bastard, the woman, another one. This is called a jealous lassie's karma. This lassie at a party was a much better dancer, so I go to the outside, I just fucking stabbed her. Ran round the house, waited about an hour, then her mad eyes banging on my door. She goes, you see what you've done to my daughter? I goes, beat it, you coward, you fucking slaughtered. Then the bastard opens her coat. You want to see the knife she's got? It's twice the fucking size of mine. She hacks it into the dirty old swine. You'll never dance again. If only I'd left my knife at home, see, jealousy, but it's just pure platty. Make me stab a lassie because she was better at dancing at a stupid fucking party. And now staying with the theme of jealousy. A very different perspective. This is the Black Queen song. Jealousy is mine, my glittery jet corona, my suicidal wine. I am drunk in my garden of shadows. I am hacking my goodness back. Here are my beautiful roses. Oh, my beautiful roses are black. Listen, they hiss. I bend to their bitter kiss. Listen, they sing. Malicious earrings, corrupting everything. They tell me how I must hate you, and I do, and I do, and I do. I am cobra-kissed obsidian. I am singing black for you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to a commercial break. Don't move. I got a Judy Garland doll. Have you got a Judy Garland doll? I got a Judy Garland doll. Have you? Judy Garland dolls by Mattel. The perfect gift for young queens everywhere. Go over the rainbow with Judy. Sing live with Judy in Carnegie Hall. Throw tantrums in your dressing room. I don't want to make this fucking movie. I got a Judy Garland doll. Have you got a Judy Garland doll? Hey, I got a Judy Garland doll. Have you? A note from a fan. You, lady, are my fantasy of doomed player. On a tapestry of celluloid you fit hysterically in dressing rooms. Your slimming pills have made you paranoid. Your ruby slippers are cursed. You must not get happy. Dance off into sunsets, rainbowed at the end of the yellow brick road. What a bitter ending Hollywood bestowed. Descend to hell in your lavatory seat. Suffer the loss of miraculous voice. We stage-struck sisters lick your slipshod feet. In paradise jackets of borrowed applause, we bask in your cracked vibrato. Command our captive living rooms with your gaunt hand. Thank you. This piece is called Another Threesome. She said, why are you staring at me as though you like me? I know that you're, well, gay. He said, well, something about you is extremely appealing. You hold your head like a princess or a ballerina. So for a while they went out together and were even quite happy until one night he said, well, you know, I'm really very sorry, but when we kiss, I find myself wanting to blow air into you or sing or something. And well, I think I should feel more. Well, she said, I think that's probably right. She lit a cigarette with bitterness and set her bedroom alight. He took an overdose of stashed away morphine, and while dying, shagged 6 male nurses who'd clustered like vultures round his bed for a death fuck. She brought flowers, red flowers to his funeral, and a girl who'd wandered off him long ago pushed her up the cemetery hill to where his grave was in a brand new wheelchair because she'd lost both feet in her bedroom's blaze. Push me right in on top of the coffin! Push me right in on top of the coffin! She screamed and thrashed the red flowers madly across her own face. But the pusher refused to push because she was severely in love with the girl thrashing the flowers and screaming, and could not bear to think that her beloved wanted to be buried alive right there in the grave of the gay guy. So the wheelchair pusher said, "You're fool! Don't you know I love you?" But this had a terrible effect on the fruitless flower thrashing girl. She turned right around in her wheelchair and screamed, "Oh God! Homosexuals make me sick!" Then she rolled her wheelchair at full speed back down the cemetery hill in a flurry of blood-red petals. The lesbian would-be lover leapt into the grave and attacked the gay guy's coffin. And because a local dignitary's funeral was taking place almost immediately, a few graves away, the grave diggers felt it best to quell the most unfunereal clamour by filling in the gay guy's grave. As for the flower-thrashing wheelchair girl, she found a wonderful therapist and now teaches homosexual avoidance techniques in local libraries. She's also become one of the most exquisite wheelchair dancers we've had ever. This last piece is called Camp. Camp is a very, very old lady with wrinkled tits sitting in a high-backed chair. in an ancient decaying mansion under richly coloured stained glass windows. Patches of amber, scarlet and weird absinthe green colour her powdery skin. Her hair is thinning silver whispers. Occasionally, she cackles and tickles her cunt. Every time she cackles and tickles her cunt, a young boy converts and falls under her spell. The boy's parents will see their son make extravagant theatrical gestures. He'll adore doomed singers and will apply makeup secretly and then gradually more and more overtly. He'll seek out simians and they'll cackle as the old lady masturbates away in her crumbling mansion. The world's still not ready for her raucous progeny, and her converts are often prone to suicidal longings and mood-altering substances. Peacock feathers, Japanese flowers embroidered on silk, scars won in wars by stray, stupid soldiers on the run from wives. They're good at high kicks, catwalks, and can often be found in the beds of heads of state, being stroked like cats. Some look back on their poor ordinary parents with scathing derision. Some drink too much and chase after sailors, end up drowned in their own fur coats. The old are particularly cantankerous and can be found in many a nursing home, yes, even state ones, sitting in high-backed chairs, fondling their wrinkled tits and cackling as they tickle their imaginary cunts. And thank you, that's all from me.